Now at 6 and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com, the top story in Texas tonight, the legal battle over Senate Bill 4 continues. And a trio of juveniles referred to as the Little Rascals linked to a bank robbery in Houston, the youngest suspect just 11 years old. Plus, construction for a major roadway near UHV is now complete.
Well, we have an alert day up for tomorrow. Why? Because all this moisture is now going to start lifting into thunderstorms. I think you're going to have a very wet Thursday. We'll be talking about that coming up.
And we had another signing over at Goliad High School today. Hear from him in sports.
You're watching 25 News now at 5. Good afternoon and thanks for being with us. I'm Karina Garcia. John Brubaker is off tonight. We begin with local news. After months of construction, Ben Wilson Street between Airline and Red River Streets, which is through the UHV campus, is now fully open to both pedestrian traffic and automobile traffic. Ben Wilson Street through UHV has new grassy medians, traffic signals to allow pedestrians to cross safely, and also a new tower that shows UHV related events on video screens. After a long wait, many UHV students and staff are happy to see the finished product.
We're so excited that it's open. It's been a long time coming, so we're just excited to have it open, to be able to go two ways finally without having all the confusion with just going one way, especially with us students being able to cross safely.
A new date will be announced for the ribbon cutting ceremony following Thursday's cancellation. And now let's take a quick look at your forecast with Chief Meteorologist Mac Bettis.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. We're looking at Future Tracker, and you can see that whatever light rain we had today, it's just going to be getting a little bit stronger tomorrow. As a matter of fact, by afternoon, we could see some heavy downpours in the area. I've got it up as an alert day, so if you have outdoor plans for tomorrow, you need to check in just a few minutes for your weather. Back to you, Karina.
Mac, thank you. The battle over a controversial Texas border law is back before a court today, with a federal appeals court appearing divided on the issue. The law, called Senate Bill 4, would allow the state to arrest and deport migrants suspected of entering the U.S. illegally. It remains halted for now.
The migrant crisis on the southern border debated today in court and on the political stage.
Texas has a right to defend ourselves, and we will use that authority to declare an invasion and fight back against that invasion.
At issue, the Texas state law called SB 4 that would give local police the power to arrest people they suspect crossed into the state illegally, superseding federal powers. Yesterday, the U.S. Supreme Court gave Texas the green light to enact the law, but just hours later, the U.S. Appeals Court put it on pause again and fast-tracked a hearing with arguments today. The appeals court chief judge seemed unconvinced Texas should have the power that has always rested with the federal government.
This is the first time, it seems to me, that a state has claimed that they have the right to remove illegal aliens. I mean, this is not something that a power that historically has been exercised by states.
But the attorney representing Texas argued SB 4 would allow the state to quickly address the influx of migrants. Biden's Justice Department claimed SB 4 would sow chaos at the border, promote racial profiling, and burden local law enforcement, something some authorities in Texas admit they're concerned about.
There is no training associated with it. We are unfamiliar with federal immigration law. It's going to exhaust resources.
Though others, like the Laredo Police Department chief, say it's an easy transition.
Somebody gets stopped for a DWI, person is not here illegally. What happens? We arrest them, the person is not from here. What do? They call customs. They call Border Patrol.
Whatever the outcome of today's appeals court hearing, the Texas law is almost certainly to end up back at the Supreme Court, which, despite yesterday's action, still has not weighed in officially on the merits of the state law or whether it can stand. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Now, Senate Bill 4 has raised the alarm for many migrant communities across the state, prompting the border city of Laredo to address concerns surrounding this controversial immigration law. Despite back and forth verdicts, Laredo's mayor says he has the intention to continue working with Customs and Border Patrol. The mayor maintained that we are a country of laws, but stressed the great uncertainty the bill poses to Hispanic communities across Texas. Laredo Police Chief Miguel Rodriguez also addressed the department's position.
Last night I got a call from a friend. and ask, hey, my mom is here on a traveling visa, is not here on a working visa. Am I going to get stopped? Again, I don't even know the difference, right? We're not immigration officers. We need to understand that, and our officers need to understand that we need that training, because there's a lot of things that happen through an immigration status that we as officers have never dealt with.
The chief wants to subdue any potential fears or concerns, saying the law is not meant to round up people or ask for a person's immigration status without a cause. Leading us to your Veer poll this afternoon. You can scan that QR code right there on your screen to vote now. The question is, do you think Senate Bill 4 will promote racial profiling? 27% say yes, and the remaining 73% stand at no. We want to hear from you on this. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part, and we're going to have an update on 25 News Now at 10. A major charter bus company has agreed to stop busing migrants to New York City until a civil lawsuit is concluded. On Wednesday, Roadrunner Charters entered the agreement with New York. Roadrunner is one of the bus companies that took part in Governor Greg Abbott's strategy to send migrants to Democrat-led sanctuary cities. New York City filed the civil lawsuit against 17 companies in December, asking for at least $708 million total from all the bus companies. The New York City mayor's office says Governor Abbott confirmed he bused 33,000 asylum seekers since the spring of 2022. In Harris County, a group of boys suspected of robbing a Wells Fargo bank in Houston are now in custody. The FBI is calling them the Little Rascals. They are 11, 12, and 16-year-old boys charged locally with robbery by threat. The Houston County Sheriff's Office says the boys passed a threatening note to a teller. They were believed to be armed, though they did not present a weapon, and they got away with an undisclosed amount of cash. If the allegations are proven true, they could face probation until they turn 18 or juvenile prison until they turn 19. Dog owners, listen up. A parasite that's potentially deadly for your pets is now linked to cases out west. The parasite is a flatworm referred to as liver fluke, normally found in Texas and other Gulf Coast states. It's behind the confirmed sickness of 10 dogs and the death of another dog over a time frame from 2018 to 2023 in California. Some of these symptoms include loss of appetite, vomiting, diarrhea, and signs of liver disease. The disease cannot be transmitted between dogs and humans, but you could develop a self-limiting rash after swimming in contaminated waters. The parasite is also known to infect raccoons and horses. Here are some of the top headlines you can read in the Port Lavaca Wave. The Calhoun County Commissioner's Court signed 2 new law enforcement grant programs. They also approved the closure of a public beach for a private event. Plus, Calhoun County's cook-off team takes home 3rd place in ribs category at the Houston Livestock Show in Rodeo at the World Championship Barbecue Contest. You can read these stories and more at theportlavacawave.com. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click that notification bell. For now, stay with us. Poll results show 1 out of 4 Americans dislike both President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. That's coming up on 25 News Now at 6. Also ahead, former President Donald Trump weighs in on the abortion talks. His comments next. Former President Donald Trump signals he would support a national 15-week abortion ban. During a radio interview with Sid Rosenberg on WABC on Tuesday, Mr. Trump weighed in on what he thinks would be an appropriate limit on the procedure, saying that 15 weeks seems to be what most Americans agree on. The former president also said that he would make an announcement on what specific limitations on abortion he would support at the appropriate time, and then went on to say that it should be left to the states to decide. Now, when it comes to the November election, many voters will have a tough decision. That's because a new poll found they really don't like either party's presidential candidate. A recently released Pew Research Center poll found about a quarter of the American public holds negative views of both Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Younger Americans are more likely than older counterparts to fall into the double negative category. 37% of Americans who don't identify as either Republicans or Democrats don't like either candidate. A skinny 2% report have positive views on both Biden and Trump. And let's go over to Florida, where a baby's unhappy reaction to happy birthday has gone massively viral.
It was Teddy Pearson's first birthday, but he didn't like the cake. He seemed oblivious to the baseball-themed decorations, including his Rookie of the Year high chair. And Teddy just couldn't take it anymore when everyone sang happy birthday at him. Happy birthday to you. His mom, Monica, says
he was overwhelmed. He had just had it. Happy birthday, dear Teddy.
Other kids check out due to exhaustion. But Teddy was in denial, trying to block out all the birthday attention.
Get it, Teddy, get it!
Get lost, lady.
I feel like he's just a grumpy old man that's been reincarnated.
His Florida parents have created an Instagram account called Teddy Unimpressed.
He's just got this very unimpressed look on his face at all times.
Unimpressed in his hat, unimpressed with pumpkins, with his baby carrier, with everything. Watch it, Teddy. You'll spoil your image with this interview.
You look shy today.
Yeah.
After going viral, Teddy has become a hero to millions of birthday-hating introverts. I was that kid, and to this day can't stand attention. Teddy's even going head-to-head with Jim Carrey. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Dear Teddy.
Teddy and I have a lot in common. But for now, here's a look at some of the top headlines you can read in the Quail Record. All remaining debt related to the improvements to the Freyer Ag Center are cleared. Plus, the DeWitt County Appraisal District reminds businesses to render their taxable property. Read these stories and more at DeWittCountyToday.com. And now here's Mac.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. We're looking, of course, a lot at that cloudy stuff. We did have a few sprinkles, but it was just a trace. The interesting thing is we got up to 69 today, and we haven't been below our average temperature, well, all winter long. Now we're below it. Thing is that tomorrow I've got an alert up. For an alert day, we are looking for heavy thunderstorms. Where are they coming from? We'll have all that coming up in a moment. Well, good afternoon, everyone. We started off with a wonderful spring. Remember, it was all sunny and everything. All of a sudden, it's got cloudy and cool. Now, what we're waiting for now is this whole stuff right here. This is an upper air storm. It's sort of spinning around up here, and it's going to be drifting toward us. You can see the upper winds. You see these little lines. These are the upper winds that are going to be taking all that activity over our area. So you can pretty much say we're going to get it. When does it get here? Well, it'll be even after midnight. So this is going to go fairly quickly. And tomorrow is not going to be anything like today. I'm thinking it's going to be on the soggy, wet side. As a matter of fact, right here, this is for today. You can see that we have a slight or marginal risk of having some thunder showers in our area. Nothing's really taken off. We've had nothing but little light sprinkles. But then we go forward to tomorrow and oh my gosh, we go up to level 2. So level 2, that means that there's a slight opportunity for severe weather to break out in this area, basically Austin, Victoria, and over to Houston tomorrow afternoon especially. In fact, I've been sort of clocking it out. And I'm looking at tomorrow afternoon at this time for the big stuff to arrive. Rainfall totals expected by Future Tracker here will show you that some spots may get up to an inch of rain. So half an inch to an inch is going to be interesting. We get it all in one afternoon. So this is what we're looking at. There's the upper air storm. It's streaming across the upper atmosphere, and it's going to be rolling up into our region. That's why Thursday you can see the thunder showers that get fairly widespread around Texas and our area as well. And then the good news is that by Friday it does pull away, and then that's going to be moving away and giving us a couple of good days as we get to the weekend. Of course, in the long term, we've got another northwest storm coming in. That one looks like it'll affect us sometime on Monday for a possible rain chance. But the weekend's going to be okay, and that's, of course, the most important part. Here's Future Tracker, and we'll go through the day. We start off with your 5 o'clock right now, and then we go forward. You can see how the light rain comes up from the Gulf. Then all of a sudden the stuff starts coming in from the west, and that is going to cause the heavier thunder showers you can see right about there. You've got basically southeasterly winds bringing up the moisture, and then you've got the high jet stream on top of it really streaking across the area. That's causing the strong vertical motion. And there you see tomorrow, big cluster right off the coast right about there. And so we're going to watch it very carefully tomorrow afternoon. I've got it up as an alert day because I want you to be ready for this. This is going to be on your Thursday afternoon and evening. The good news again is that by Friday it does pull away and we have improving conditions for the weekend. But let's take a look at your day planner for tomorrow. In the Port Lavaca area, we've got heavy thunderstorms, and then maybe partly cloudy by the end of the day, but you can see thunder and lightning pretty much around the area. Thunderstorms again for all of our areas inland to the west, out toward Cuero and all the way up to Gonzales. So I'm thinking it's going to be a wet day. Now, you're going to go work. You're going to go out into the oil fields. You're going to go out to the ranch. Look at the planting. Well, it looks like it's not a good day for that. I've got it up as an alert day all day Thursday. However, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're going to have better weather. And then, of course, there's that next little system coming in on Monday. We'll certainly be watching that one. That's your 7-day forecast, reminding everybody we do have a QR code. Love for you to scan that, put Crossroads Today on your phone. Here's Karina.
Thank you, Mac. And now here's sports reporter Zach Brown.
A star out in Goliad signing to play ball at the next level. I'll have that in sports. Another week, another Goliad Tiger going to play college ball, and today we had an all-around athlete signed to play baseball. That is Colby Rosenquist, who will be taking his talents to Southern Arkansas Tech University. He was able to make this happen with his teammates and, of course, family there to watch him. And speaking of family, he says his father played college baseball at a different school in Arkansas, and the state sounded like everything Colby wanted in his new home.
My dad played college baseball in Arkansas as well, so he told me that he liked it a lot, and I went on the visit, and it's a lot like Goliad. It's real small, so yeah, I really liked it. This is something I've always dreamed of since I started playing 4 years old at T-ball, so this is a dream come true, and I can't wait till it happens.
Just to name some of his accolades, he was a starter in baseball at Goliad. All 4 years, he was an all-state safety in football, took the quarterback duties this year as the Tigers not only won a district title, but made it to the regional quarters. District play in baseball begins this week. Goliad hoping to have a big year. Throwing a no-hitter is tough, and throwing a perfect game is even harder, but for Cuero star Carly Pullen, she's done both this year. She was last week's Athlete of the Week because of her perfect game, and last night she threw a no-hitter as the Cuero girls shut out Lavernia 12-0. By the way, she did this on the road. The number 4 ranked Cuero girls have pushed that winning streak up to 11 games. Another great pitching performance from a great athlete, Edna Jashanti Guetta. According to the Jackson County Herald Tribune, she struck out 8 batters while also getting 2 hits of her own in the Cowgirls win over Industrial in Hallettsville. Pitching a shutout. They are also ranked there in Class 3A. They beat Rice. Final score 21-0. If you're like most people, you may not have been aware the MLB season actually started last night or this morning, depending on how you look at it. The Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani played the Padres in Korea. Ohtani immediately makes his presence felt, tacking on an RBI late in this one. He had a couple of hits on the day as the Dodgers win the first game of this MLB season. By the way, since that game was in Korea, first pitch was 5 a.m. Central Time. And over at Riverside, the Victoria East Titans looking to stay perfect in district play, but at last check in the top of the first inning, Gregory Portland leading 2-0, but still plenty of game to be played. Karina, back to you.
Thanks, Zach. We're back in a moment. Get ready to buy that ticket. The Mega Million jackpot rises to a whopping $977 million. You may want to rush out and purchase a Mega Millions ticket or two. The Mega Millions jackpot soared to a whopping $977 million for Friday night's drawing. The jackpot soared after no tickets matched all 6 numbers drawn on Tuesday night. Still, there were 4 very lucky million-dollar winners in California, Texas, Virginia, and Florida. The cash-out prize for Friday night's drawing is $461 million only.
You know, I'd be happy with 1 million.
Right.
Just one.
Okay, you win the jackpot. What do you do?
Well, quit. Pay my house, pay off my kids'
Did you say quit?
student loans.
I mean, while I'm at work, I'm
Student
rich.
loans.
Student loans, buy your mom a
Student
house,
loans,
you know, oh, that's the dream.
All that good stuff.
That is the dream. Well, Mac, this weather doesn't sound too dreamy for tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow's going to be a rough day for those of you that are working outdoors. Just consider it looks very sloppy. We've got a very good chance for rain pretty much all day long. So at one point in time, I have an alert day because all of you will be affected by the rain. In fact, it's going to peak tomorrow afternoon at this time. And then by Friday, it does pull away for a better looking weekend. But for anybody working outdoors, you know, construction, roofing, farming, you're going to be dealing with some drippy skies. Could be 1 to 2 inches of rain. So it's substantial.
All right. Well,
I don't want to scare you, but I want,
But you want to
I want
warn
you to
us.
prepare you. I want you to be ready for this.
Alrighty, thank you, Mac, and thank you for joining us. We hope to see you back here tonight for 25 News Now at 10.